My boyfriend won't talk to me and is suggesting we break up after I saw his burn scars. I didn't sleep a lot last night and based on some comments, I decided to send a text that I love him and his scars don't bother me so that it could relieve some tension. He didn't respond to that, but he came back in the morning. We talked for hours, where it started with me apologizing for walking in on him and that I didn't mean to. He admitted that he knew that and apologized for yelling. I suggested we get locks on doors and he seemed pretty happy about that. To clear the air, I asked him about whether we should stay together. Text and if it was rooted in his ex-girlfriend. Basically, asking if she broke up with him over that. He admitted that he thought she didn't mind his scars and took his shirt off in front of her. She decided to gasp and start making a big deal about how he cheated her and that he made it seem like the scars weren't that bad and broke up with him. I have a newfound hatred for her now. He said he knew it wasn't an excuse but his brain immediately went to that and he freaked out. I asked if he wanted to break up and he was just trying to find an excuse and he quickly said no, specifying that he was just trying to give me an out if I wanted it. When I tell you I was relieved. He asked if I wasn't disgusted why I stared and I said that I had an oh crap moment of panic knowing I messed up. He felt awful and apologized for making me feel so uncomfortable in our home. Every time he says our home I have a serotonin high, and that he'd try to work on being more comfortable with his scars. That's when I suggested therapy. He instantly got defensive saying that he already had therapy and it didn't work very well. I pointed out that the way he wants us to live isn't healthy, that we can have locks and a knock before entering policy but him expecting me to never see him naked was unfair to both of us. That it was his insecurities getting worse and me enabling it. He was dismissive of these points saying how it wouldn't change things. It didn't work the first time, why would it work now? I pointed out how he almost threw out a 9-year-old relationship over me accidentally walking in on him. He tried to say that locks would help stop that from happening again, me walking in on him not him throwing out the relationship, and I said it might, but I don't want you walking on eggshells either. I want you to be comfortable with me. I want you to trust me. He begrudgingly agreed to talk to his dad about what therapist he went to and going to see them. I'm going to text his dad just to make sure he does this in a few days. I also repeated a suggestion that other people suggested about getting tattoos or going to couples counseling and he just stared. He asked something along the lines, why do you care about seeing my scars so much? You didn't care before. Not mean or aggressive, just genuine confusion. I kinda laughed awkwardly and said I thought that you would show me on your own when you're ready but I don't know about that anymore. Baby, I love you but I don't want you to feel like you have to hide your scars from me. Nor do I want you to worry about me breaking up with you over seeing your scars. I love all of you including your scars. He started crying, wasn't the first time in the conversation, tons of tears shed on both ends, and I comforted him. He said he didn't want me to be stressed out in our home and that he was sorry. He was a lot more open to couples counseling than personal therapy, which was a half win that I'll take. For now, we talked about our future some more and I asked if he ever thought that he'd be comfortable with me seeing his scars. He said that he wants to show me but he's not ready yet. I was happy to accept that, especially since he's agreed to couples counseling and therapy. I am so proud of him. I've summarized a lot here but once again this was a very long talk.